welcome back to the basement, everyone. Last time we were together, or last time I did a update video, I kind of just showed you what I picked up at the local Hobby Lobby and at the local hobby shop. And so today I'm going to show you where I put all that stuff. There's the layout behind me, as you can see. Alright, so let's take a walk around and I'll show you where I planted all those things I bought. Now I said planted because a lot of what I bought was stuff you have to plant, like corn and wheat and trees, and most of it's actually right here. Okay, so again, the cornfield is getting expanded more and more. I only have a little bit more to do here, and then I'll be up to the backdrop. Okay. A couple of those trees I bought have been planted here. As you can see, I mixed the dried corn in to kind of give it a nice multicolored look, I guess. It represents that it's towards the harvest time of the year. Some of the corn is drying out and needs to be picked, like we show right here with this scene. And then out front here, this project here is going to take a while. The packs of wheat just don't go very far. I did add a little access right-of-way here because I'm going to put some kind of railroad equipment inside of this Y, and of course they need a way to get there. So I've put in what's supposed to be just a really rough right-of-way. Okay, and I think it looks pretty good. It's just made out of sand and dirt. Some of the wheat seem to be a little on the tall side, but it's really not that bad. And I can come back in with some scissors and trim some of them down. And when the whole field is done, from here all the way around to here, I'm going to come back and try to thicken it up because, you know, even though it doesn't look too bad, I think it would look better if it was thicker. But I want to get the main field planted first before I worry about that. And of course, well, getting back to the corn here, you might think, oh, well, you're almost done. You've only got that little corner. No. You see that over there? Where that log loader is? Well, that's also a cornfield. Okay, so it stretches all through here, and theoretically it would go in behind the feed store here and everything. In fact, when I do a backdrop here, it's going to be corn. I've been looking at some photo backdrops online, and I found one I really like. And so since that's all corn and this is all farmland, to continue that theme, it's going to go over into there as well. And real quick, while I'm right here, here's some of those trees. Some of these were here, but I've added a few more. And this is really starting to thicken up. In fact, when you step back here, see how green and lush this is starting to look? I really like it. So now we're over here on one of the corners, and another thing that I have expanded is this cemetery. If you recall it, this is all that existed, but in the last video I showed you I picked up another pack, so that's right here. I still need probably 1, 2, maybe 3 more packs to fill in here what I want. To make the cemetery look like the cemetery that I'm trying to mimic, which is actually no one particular cemetery. It's just one of those old cemeteries that you find anywhere in the cities and towns, out in the country, wherever, old cemeteries that have been there for possibly centuries. And so the ground is kind of rough. It's not maintained all that well. In fact, the road going in is probably just a single road, dirt road like this. And again, it's kind of rough. You can see where it's been filled in with gravel or whatever over time because it had washed out or settled or something. But it's not heavily maintained at all. But I think it makes for a really nice looking old rustic cemetery. Alright, so now we're over by that log loader that I was pointing at before. I was standing right there by that pole, and there's the cornfield I was showing you over there. There's the tractor and everything. So yeah, this is going to be a cornfield as well, or maybe even a continuation of that one. And again, here's that backdrop that I was talking about putting corn on. So I'm thinking about wrapping that around this way and maybe stopping here. And the reason is this field is a hay field. Okay, so this is either going to be hay or just some kind of a blank background. But yeah, I got to add corn in here. And you can see I also started adding in some of the dry stalks to give it that variety here as well. And here is that other signal. I went ahead and I planted that, if you will. So now this grade crossing has both of its signals. Looking very nice. It's probably going to be some time before I wire these up, but for now, just having the signals there makes that look a lot better. Another thing that I've acquired since the last update video is this school bus. Now, I did not buy this as part of that haul from last time. I actually got this off of my brother. He has two of them, and he loaned me this one so that I can kind of detail it up. If you'll notice, the side of the bus, there's no writing, there's no indication as to what school district this is for. So I'm going to make it into an Alpena Public Schools school bus. Remember, we're in Alpena. Okay. Also, what I've noticed, there's a little bit of flash here on this back window. See that? Right in the middle of that window, that center top window. This here should not be there. That's flash that was left from the molding process. So I'm going to actually take this bus apart. There's a couple screws on the bottom. Okay, I'm just going to take this apart. And while I have it apart, removing this flash here, I'm going to put a bus driver in there, in that seat. Okay, there we go. And a few passengers, a few students, or what have you. Okay? So yeah, that'll be a fun little project. I don't have the driver or the student, so it's not something I'm going to be doing for a little while. But yeah, that'll be a fun little project. So as we're walking around the layout, one of the last things to show you, even though I've already shown you some, but I'm going to show you a few more here. This is where most of the trees ended up this time around. Most of the fall colored trees for sure, because this part of the layout is further north. Here, let me get that bridge out of the way. Is further north, where the fall colors would be turning earlier in the year. So the further south you go on the layout, so that way, the greener the layout will be. When you come up in here, you're going to see a lot of fall colors. In fact, here's a couple more here. Okay, and a couple more trees. Now these are just green. This one I really like. Okay, it's kind of it's mixed, and this is how it came, which is what I like about these JTT trees. Is it already came with like this light green and yellows and stuff already mixed in, so it looks like a tree that's starting to change its color as fall starts to set in. The time of the year of the layout, depending on where we're at and what we're looking at, is anywhere from about mid-July to very early October. And obviously the further north you go, come September, October, those leaves are changing colors. So there's a bunch of stuff back there, but never mind that. We all have stuff, right? In order to build a layout, you have to have stuff. But yeah, so that's about it. Trees and corn and a few other odds and ends. We're pretty much back where we started. Well, alright, that's about it. Just another little short update, just showing you where I put all of those things that I purchased on the last go around. So yeah, not sure exactly what I'm going to work on next. I'm still kind of been looking at this blast furnace that goes here. There's the base, and don't get sick, don't get sick. There's the box, a big old thing right there. So I still have it out here front and center. So hopefully I'll be getting to that at some point as far as what structure I'll be working on next. Okay. And we'll just kind of finish here with a look at the whole layout. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and so I can continue to make these videos and continue to work on this layout. Get you up there so you can see over the backdrops. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.